In today's video, here is a nice equation. We are going to solve this equation in real numbers. Here is a following equation. We have square root of x plus cubed root of x plus 7 equals fourth root of x plus 80. Okay, you guys, you can give the try to explain prayer solution. Go ahead, pause the video when you are come back to solution. Okay, now let's jump into solution. If you take a look again here, we don't have any minus sign which can make us the equation messed up, but it's very nice. Everything is positive here. So as we working on the positive real numbers, x is superior to 0 because we get a square root here. So notice here, if I'm going to submit x equals 1 as a solution for this equation, it's going to be verify this equation. So we get x equals 1 because we get number 1 here. I get here 8 because 1 plus 7, which is going to give us 2 plus 3, which equals right hand of this equation. You get fourth root of area 1, which is 3 because area 1 is 3 to the fourth. So which means x equals 1 is a root for this equation. So we found the obvious solution for this equation, x equals 1. So what we need now at this time, we need to prove we have no solution if we have x is bigger than number 1, as well as if we have x is checked inferior than number 1. So I'm going to prove that. So in order to prove that, I'm going to take number 4 as a power on both sides to get a root of this fourth root, okay, to make it more simple. But I will have a messy thing here after you take number 4 as a power here, because you will have a lot of calculation here. So let's do that. Square root of x plus third root of x plus 7, all is raised to number 4. Okay, this one is going to, I'm going to split this one. I'm going to put this one on the form square. All is raised number 2 like this. I'm going to calculate this one first, then calculate the square of the whole thing. Okay, so this one is going to give us x plus 2 times square root of x is multiplied by third root of x plus 7 plus the last term, which is third root of x plus 7 quantity square. Everything is going to be raised to the second power, okay, like this. So let's name this one as a capital, as a and this one as a little b. Little a, this one little b. I'm going to apply a square plus 2 times ab plus b square. Okay, it's more simple. So everything equals x plus 80 because I have a raised number 4 as a power on this one. I get rid of this fourth radical. So I'm going to distribute this one out. I get a square, which is these things here, which is x plus 2 square root of x is multiplied by third root of x plus 7, all is raised to number 2 as a power, plus 2 times is multiplied by a is multiplied by b. So I get 2 is multiplied by x plus 2 square root of x is multiplied by third root of x plus 7, all is multiplied by b, which is third root of x plus 7 square plus the last term, which is b square, which is third root of x plus 7 to the fourth, like this, okay, which equals x plus 80. Before we move on to the next expression, I'm going to simplify this one more, okay. So we get here x square here plus 2 times this one is multiplied by this one, okay, which means I will have number 4 is multiplied by x is multiplied by square root of x is multiplied by the third root of x plus 7 plus the last term, which is 4 x is multiplied by the third root of x plus 7 quantity square plus these things. We don't need to simplify anything here, just we are going to catch up with this one. Let's put this one as a substitution from here to here as a f of x. Okay, let's put this one as a function, f of x. So now we will have x squared plus f of x, which equals x plus area. Okay, so we'll have a nice information here. If you take a look again at this function f of x, we don't have any minus sign here, and also we get x because we have assumed if x is strictly superior than number 1. Okay, we are going to prove above this point x is strictly superior than number 1. We have no solution for this equation. Okay, so since we have no minus sign inside of this function f of x, which means we are not going to worry about any roots here, because if you have any minus sign here, we don't know this function is going to be increasing or decreasing. Okay, since we have all the positive signs all the way down, and we have x is strictly superior to number 1, this function, any value you plug here above this point, the function is going to be increasing function. Okay, so taking x equals 1 is going to give us calculating f of 1 is going to give us area if you are going to check x with number 1 here. Okay, so if you calculate f of 2 is going to give you a big number than this one. Okay, which means the f is increasing function, which means x squared is going to be bigger than x for x is strictly superior to number 1. Okay, it's more clear. Since we have f is increasing function, which means f of x is going to be bigger than f of 1, which is area. Okay, so since we have x squared is bigger than x, so which means this one will have x squared here, will have x here. Okay, so which means we have inequality, not equality, which is impossible. Okay, because to solve this equation to be true, which we have this equality, but this one we have inequality. We get x squared plus f of x is bigger than 80 plus x, which is a contradiction, which is impossible. Now if x is between 0 and 1, okay, because in this case we have, let's assume x is strictly inferior to number 1. Okay, so we'll have the inverse thing here. So we will have x squared is smaller than x because x is between 0 and 1. Okay, and also this function f of x is going to be a decreasing function, which is smaller than f of 1, which is 80. Okay, as I said, f is decreasing function because we have x, it gets to be smaller. This function is going to be squeezed to the 1. This function is going to be in decreasing function. Okay, so what we're going to have happen here, you will have the inverse of this one. You get x squared plus f of x is smaller than f of 1 plus x, which equals 80 plus x. Okay, which is strictly impossible also. Okay, because we have contradict our equality, supposed to have this equality, but we have this inequality, which is impossible to have a solution. So the only solution that we found, x equals 1, is the solution for this equation. Okay, thank you for watching. I will see you next video. Bye.